Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Golden Sun. When last we left off, we need to go and equip some synergy to the L and R shortcuts. Namely, we need to equip this move synergy Isaac has to the L1. The R1 we're going to be saving for another one we get pretty soon. We're also going to be equipping the catch beads that Isaac has so that he can use the catch synergy. It is a pretty useful one. It is very circumstantial, however. And there's also an item here in a jar, an elixir right by Kraden's house, which is really good. It does cure some status ailments you can get in combat. And there's a cave we can't reach because we can't move a giant boulder. We will be able to later, however, so we're going to be back here at some point. But not right now. We're going to be leaving Vale for the foreseeable future. There is a nut that we need to grab, but apart from that, there's really nothing more our hometown can offer us. Or should I say, home village, because it is really small. There we go, that's the catch synergy in action to go and get us a nut, which is a quite good healing item. I think it restores 50 health, it is one use only, and I'm not sure if they reappear, but it's a good idea to go and grab them whenever you see them. For now, though, we're done, and by done I mean we're pretty much completely done, as opposed to mostly done before. Because now we have the nut, we have the elixir, and we also have the catch beads. There's really nothing else that Vale can offer us that the villages ahead won't be able to. We could go and buy things, but really we just want to go over here and out. And into the world at large, after we have equipped Flint to Isaac, because that just gives us more stats and that's really good. Alright, off we go down here, and over to the east, and then the south. After we've gone past the bridge, we'll get to the first village. But first, we need to go and fight a small amount of enemies, and by small, I mean 4. There we go, some magic there, and some synergy there, and then the spells will allow us to defeat everything provided we have the mana. They may be called synergy, and it may be synergy points, but it's effectively magic. There they go, Bone Chiller. That can be quite nasty if it catches you off guard, but these enemies are going to die after this next set of spells, I believe, because these enemies are rather weak. There we go, one's dead, and another's dead, and that bat is going to survive. But that slime most certainly is not. There we go, a few attacks here, and that bat is no more! And the party gets 16 experience and quite a bit of money. Alright, we want to do some healing now, I think. There we go, the last thing we want to have happen is for the party to die here, right at the beginning. We could go north, but going south is far more important. And here is a cutscene, with wagons, and no buffalo in sight. We can't stay another minute in a dangerous place like this. We return to Calais immediately. Alright then, person with no name, good luck on your journey. That is about to fail right now. Also, we can see all the way over here. That's quite a distance. Master Hammett, this is terrible. The bridge has been destroyed. We cannot continue southward. I mean, this is the only bridge that exists that goes south. I mean, we really should build another one. Or another way to get across. I mean, we could use a boat or just ford the river. But no, this is the only way. What? The bridge? Yep, it indeed is gone, Master Hammett. No other way. This is awful. How are we going to get to Calais now? Well, we could just put things around the wagon, and no, this is the only way we can go. Only one bridge. It really is a poor plan, isn't it? We really should have got more of them built. Master Hammett, I'm worried about leaving Ivan behind. Who is Ivan? As fond as I am of Ivan, it's his fault my rod was stolen, and Ivan is in no way an important character. Not at all. And neither are you, just because you've been named. Indeed, named characters are never important. His strange powers will aid him in search of the rod. Ivan has strange powers? You don't need to hammer home anymore, game, how important Ivan is. He's very important. Also, sudden threat. In the form of a crystal boulder. A very dangerous threat. Uh-oh. We must leave this treacherous place immediately. But where? Where can we go? We have no choice. We're heading north. Not north! I mean, up north is places we've never been. Why is north dangerous? We'll wind up in Lumper if we go north, and Lumper is dangerous. Well, it's better than being smashed by falling rocks here, isn't it? Well, sir, we could just avoid the rocks. No! We're heading north into imminent peril. And thus they agree to imminent peril they go. This is a very poor idea. We're going to find out eventually how bad Lumper actually is. It's very bad. But we're okay, we're going to go into Vault instead. Here is Vault, and as typical in many RPGs, welcome to Vault, the town at the heart of Angara. My entire job is to stand here and welcome people. You're the first person to come here apart from that caravan for months. My job has no point. My existence is meaningless. Let's go and explore, shall we? Hello, how are you? You have a giant rock that looks very similar to the one that's in the middle of Vale. This rock was blown here all the way from the volcano. It looks odd, doesn't it? It sparkles so much. It looks like a gem. It's kind of a gem, but it's really not valuable to you. Isaac searched the bookcase. There's a book entitled History of Vault Volume 1. The book says the name comes from being cooped up in a tiny place, and Vault is indeed very small. If only these rocks were gems, we'd be wealthy. Unfortunately, they're not. And in here is a book called Gems of Angara. It says nothing about the rock on the table. I didn't think it would. And also we're going to look in all of their items here and find nothing there, but I do believe in here. Nope. Or is it in here? It might be in this one. There we go! We're going to take their 7 coins. Terribly sorry, but we need it to go and save the world. I'm sure you'll understand, right? I think we're going to leave before they figure this out. There we go, let's go and say hello to everything else. Like, for instance, this pile of firewood, which we can't interact with. And here is a wooden box that has nothing in it, and a jar that has nothing in it. And there's someone over here we can go and talk to. Those travellers left in a big hurry. They looked like they were on the run. Did you see them coming in? Actually, no, we only saw them leave. Oh, maybe they left earlier than I thought. No, they left pretty promptly, but we didn't see them come in, we only saw them leave. Also, please ignore the exceptionally suspicious person up here. This person is most definitely not important to any plots within Vault. Not at all. In case you may be wondering, they're very important to something in Vault. A fiery rock burnt a hole through the roof. Sheesh, it's always me who has to take care of these things. Also, if only you just move away from that ladder, we may have a lot less trouble here. But you'll move eventually. Hello, people. Master Hamid's caravan left town as soon as the eruption stopped. I guess the volcano really shook him up. You'll go far in the pun world. You'll go far. That poor guy, Ivan. They left him at the mayor's to look for the stolen rod. What stolen rod is this that we'll eventually be finding out about? We're definitely going to find out about it. Also, this person looks exactly the same as the person in Vale. Off on an adventure, are you? Indeed we are. It's impressive to see youngsters like you going on a dangerous journey. Also, have you seen my twin brother in Vale? You'll actually see many of my twin brothers. They're pretty much everywhere. But not as much as the twin people in here, for there's another person right here. The healer must be worried about... Oh, never mind, it's not your problem. Actually, you're protagonists in a role-playing game. It's inevitably going to become your problem. Let's go and talk to the healer, shall we? We will help you any time, as long as you are pure of heart. Are you pure of heart? Actually, don't answer that. You probably are. You're a protagonist. You're pretty reliable. Also, have you seen my twin brother in Vale? And everywhere else you go? Indeed, the healers all pretty much look the same. We're going to go into the inn now and go and have a conversation. Hello, how are you? Everyone thinks our guests are the thieves, but I think it's unfair to accuse them without any evidence. Sure, they look suspicious, but they've been quite polite, and they paid cash. What else could they possibly pay in? Hey look, we paid in flour! No, we're actually going to be paying in mushrooms. You're both wrong. We're actually going to be paying in intricate wood carvings. Playing intricate wood carvings, that would be interesting. But indeed, they are not a very niche band. Isaac checked the wooden box and found nothing. And in this one, I think, is also going to be a grand total of nothing. Also, I'm now thinking about the idea of playing intricate wood carvings as instruments. The guests upstairs went in their room during the eruption. We searched the room afterwards, but we couldn't find anything. So obviously they're not involved, or alternatively they're being very sneaky and hiding it somewhere else. Those three strangers sure have fooled the innkeeper and his wife. They're the type of people who think they can get away with anything. This person is very smart, as indeed those people that are staying upstairs are very suspicious indeed. There is also a mint here that we're going to take, and we're definitely not thieves, because that item was just there for anyone to take, and nobody seems to object. I'm sure it's just for anyone to go and take. Also a random barrel in the middle of nowhere. Let's go and say hello to the people up here and ignore the 2 bottles and a singular apple that are lying on the floor. There's also nothing in here, and there is nothing there, and there's also, I don't think, anything there. Hello, how are you? Are you well? You definitely don't look suspicious, and neither do you. That kid Ivan, he creeps me out. He just came and grabbed my arm. I shook him off because he made me uncomfortable. This Ivan character seems to be more and more peculiar as time goes on. I'm sure he's not important for anything. We haven't done anything. You're a terrible person if you start accusing people for no good reason. Indeed, we don't actually have any evidence to accuse you of being thieves, but the entire conversation in the whole of Vault seems to be circling around the thieves, which pretty much means there's something going on. Also, there's you. Master Hamid's servant can't return to Calais until he recovers the rod. Also, I heard that the only bridge down to the south is completely out. That will kind of ruin their plans, won't it? Just a little. A lot, actually. Hello! I guess some folks got robbed during the chaos of the volcanic eruption. They did indeed. There is a thief about. And also we want to go over here and talk to the dog, because the dog is indeed going to be very important. We're going to be back for you later, because we have to go back this way anyway. So dog, what secrets do you know? Ruff, ruff. I don't know what I expected there, but I got exactly what I should have got, which is barking. Nobody's stealing anything on my watch. We know the thieves must be from out of town. You don't actually know that. They must be. No one living here would break the law. I think people probably would. Also, we haven't talked to you yet by that fence. We'll be back to talk to you later, because we have to go that way anyway. Is there anything in here? There is not. There is, however, a djinn over there behind that tree. We can't actually get access to there, because if we head out of the northern part of town, we will be thrown back into the world map. And if we go back in through the northern part, we'll just enter into the south. Master Hamid, a wealthy landowner and merchant from Calais, had his precious rod stolen from him. He was quite upset. Also, ringing the bell will move the djinn up there, which really doesn't help you because you can't get access to that location. We're going to need to go and get a very particular synergy if we're going to get access to that djinn. And hopefully we won't have to go and fight it, because some of them you do have to fight. Also, let's, can we read these? We cannot really get any information from that one, or this one, but some of them will have information on them. Also, let's go and talk to this totally not suspicious person. Are you accusing us of stealing Hamid's treasured shaman's rod? No actually, because we have no evidence yet. Sure, I knew you were too smart to listen to rumours, but it wasn't us. Heck, we don't even know what was stolen. I'm sure you don't, and I'm sure I won't reference what you just said at some point in the near future. At all. Ever. Let's check here. Aha! Another nut. More items for us to take. And there's nothing in there at all. We could actually go and buy things, but actually buying things right now might be a good idea. Let's go over here. There's really nothing we want to get in the form of weapons, because they're pretty expensive. But we haven't shown how the armor system works right now. Because right now we have gloves here, and there's also leather armlets. There are also hats. We don't actually have a hat yet, so equipping them is a good idea. It asks who it's for, and then you click them, and then it goes, here you go. Would you like to equip it now? It does give you that option, which is really good. And no matter what you get, it does indeed look very good on you. It could be anything, and the game will still say it looks very good on you. There is something else you want to do. We want to buy another one of them first. There we go. And that is equipped as well, which is good. We could get a slightly better item. The padded gloves are exactly the same as what we have, but the wooden shield here is actually better. So if we buy it, we can equip it, and then the game will ask if you want to sell the item that you've just unequipped, which is a really good system, especially considering the fact that you only have so many inventory slots. There we go. We'll also equip another one of these, I think. That's a good idea. There we go. And we might as well do that. And then we might as well buy some travel vests here. They're really good items. They only provide a minimal amount of improvement to the armor stat, the defense stat, technically. But it's really, really good. There we go, 15 coins. That's quite good. We'll spend 100 here and get 30 back, which means we've only spent 70, which is not so bad. There we go, we still have 207 coins here. We're not going to be buying anything else just yet because we're going to be getting another character very, very soon. You can also push people out of the way, which is something that the first time I discovered was a little bit silly, but it can be very useful if someone is blocking the route to somewhere. Also, I'd like to play a little game here. That game is Spot the Important Character. If you haven't guessed the person in the top left who looks completely different to everyone else we've encountered here in the whole village, you're wrong, because this person is the person we're looking for. And by wrong, I mean you didn't manage to guess in time. It's a very easy game in Golden Sun. Spotting the important person is always easy. Let's first go and look in all of these, shall we? Nothing in here. What about in here? Is there anything in here? There is not. Is there anything in here? We might as well go and have a look. There we go. Nothing to be found, but there are people to talk to. My husband, the mayor, can't believe anyone from Vault could be the thief. But unless we find who stole the rod, Ivan can't return home to Calais. You never know, you could very well be the thief and just playing innocent. It is a possibility. Also, this mayor is exactly the same in appearance as the mayor in Vale. Would someone please help Ivan? Hint, hint, you have to go and talk to Ivan if you want to continue the plot. I mean, you really need to go and talk to him. Also, let's go talk to these two. I could help Ivan if I was just a little older. I don't think you could. Ivan has great powers. Wouldn't you like to know what they are? We would indeed. No way, it's our secret. Well, it's soon going to be my secret as well, because we're going to go and talk to him. But first, we're going to have a look here. Oh, no, wait, we're just going to talk to him. Also, mind reading. Yes, I do possess strange powers. Also, if you'd like to know how important I am, I have purple eyes. That's very important. You know, you could just talk to us. No, more mind reading. You have them too, don't you? We do. If you'd actually talk to us, you might be able to find out. Oh no, wait, more mind reading. What? My power? It's called synergy. I had no idea. You know, Ivan, you can talk to us. We are literally right here. If you say, hello, my name is Ivan, I'd like a conversation, please. They'd happily talk to you. Well, Garrett would happily talk to you. We just stand there mute. We have so much in common. I feel I can trust you with this. And the reason why I can trust you is because I invasively read all of your mind. All of it. There wasn't really much conversation in it, though. That may be because you're a mute protagonist. And now, plot. Eventually. I'm quite troubled. Master Hammett's rod was stolen. We have figured that out, you know. Almost everyone in town has talked about it. Would you please help me get my master's rod back? You can say no, but we're going to say yes here, because we're just generally helpful, and also, helping Ivan is a good idea. He's very happy. Thank you. With your help, I believe we can recover the rod. And we have to if we want to solve everything here. Your names are... You know, you could just ask us. You literally could just ask us. But you're not going to. Give me one moment, I'll be right back. We have returned. Apologies for the interruption there. Let us continue. Now, are you going to ask us for our names, or no, you're just going to go mind read again? Yes, you are. Isaac and Garrett. I am Ivan. Pleased to meet you. We know your name because everybody has talked about you. Everyone. And he's a little puzzled. My ability to read people's minds frightens you, doesn't it? Just a little. Just a little. Am I really... Is my mind read so frightening? Yes, it is. Ivan and Isaac clasped their hands together. Garrett does not like this at all. Mind read time! Ah, my mind! Stop reading my mind, Ivan! So, Isaac, could you read Garrett's mind? Yes, indeed, he could. Just as I thought. This is a mechanic that will most certainly be very useful throughout the whole game. What? You read my mind too, Isaac? Yes, he did. And puzzlement. I guess that I could help you read minds if we shared our synergy. Not mead rhymes. That would be very different. Very different indeed. Sometimes mind reading does muddle up the words just a little. I mean, you are sort of invading someone's mind. That is very frightening now you think about it. Hey, that's not fair! Why do you get to read my mind? You're right. It's not fair to read one way. Ivan and Garrett clasp their hands together, and now we're going to read Isaac's mind, a vacuum of nothing because we're the protagonist. And he's not happy about it. Whoa, I did it! I read your mind, Isaac! It's completely blank! It's full of protagonist thoughts, which right now are nothing. Let's use mind read to find the thieves. That is pretty much what we're going to do, and also something we can now do for pretty much all the time we have Ivan. We can read everyone's mind. Wait a second, won't people know that we're using mind read? No, they will not. Ah, oh I see. You two can tell when I'm using synergy. Yes, we can. Isaac, both you and Garrett are adepts. Maybe that's why you can tell when I'm reading your minds. Well, that and the fact that I'm clasping people's hands and looking really oddly at them. That is kind of a tell, isn't it? I do think it's a bit of a tell. Yes, I thought so too, Garrett. Puzzlement. Ordinary people can't see anything. There's nothing to worry about. We just have to not act suspicious, which being protagonists is going to be very, very difficult. Don't worry, I will not read your minds again. Let's see if he holds on to that promise, shall we? Ivan has joined your party. Let me read the minds of the townspeople to find the rod. And there is something we want to do now, and that is to set a synergy to the R button. And that is that we're going to be setting Ivan's synergy here, the mind read one. There we go, that is now set to R. And when we come back, folks, we're going to be having a look in here. There is nothing in here. There's also nothing in there. We really want to check those barrels more. But when we come back, folks, we're going to be doing a lot of mind reading. We're pretty much going to be mind reading everyone. Forever. But hey, we might learn something new. And we might even learn who the thieves are. We're definitely going to learn who the thieves are, aren't we? Oh yes, we may not even need mind read for that. But I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.